Hey y'all, it's Monday morning, May 19th, and we welcome you to another edition of This Week at AMG. It's really a pleasure to have you with us every week to be able to share with you what the Lord is doing around the world through AMG. And today we are blessed to have with us Paul Jenks. Paul and his wife Lois, of course, have been with AMG for a long time, and they have served in Asia for most of the time. And in fact, they just came back after spending 4 months alongside our co-workers over there. And they had an opportunity to minister in places like Indonesia and Thailand. And Paul is here today because we are focusing on our leprosy ministry in India. And Paul has been there many times. This is a tremendously blessed ministry that has been used over the years to touch lives of people that have been discarded by the rest of society. And in Jesus' time, Jesus really stunned people by actually touching the lepers and ministering to the lepers. So following his examples, AMG has been ministering to the leprosy sufferers in India for 30 years now. And Paul is going to share with us about that ministry. Paul?
Thank you, Tassos. I remember the first time that I heard about the leprosy ministry firsthand from a letter from my father-in-law. My mother-in-law was visiting with us in our small apartment, Lois and I, and she were in the front room when we had just received a letter from my father-in-law, who had written it in the night while he was in India. And it started off something like, "I can't sleep tonight because I spent the day at a leprosy colony in India, and I'm just haunted by what I experienced there." He went on to write in such vivid detail that all three of us had tears in our eyes of what he had experienced. So it was very exciting, probably 10 years later, when I first went to India to visit leprosy victims myself. And certainly it is an amazing thing to see leprosy victims with no fingers, their faces are deformed sometimes, singing praises to God with their hands lifted to the heavens, thanking God for His salvation and for the life that they have in Jesus Christ. One fellow on that trip said, "If I hadn't gotten leprosy, I would have never come to know Jesus Christ." And a memory like that just will never go away. It is an amazing thing to realize that in the middle of adversity, hope and life can be given to a person in a situation that none of us would ever want to find ourselves in, but yet a person rejoicing to the Lord for what God had done in his life.
Thank you, Paul. It is truly a privilege and a blessing to be able to minister to the leprosy sufferers of India. And our co-workers there do that in a variety of ways. There are leprosy colonies where lepers that have the signs of the disease evident on their bodies can stay and earn a living. We also provide cataract surgeries at our Cardium Hospital in India at a very minimal cost. For less than $50, people, leprosy sufferers and the poor can come and have their sight restored through those cataract surgeries. And we also offer a multi-drug therapy that over the course of 6 months to 2 years can cure the disease. Of course, it doesn't do away with the effects of the disease on the body. Some of the deformities are permanent, but we can cure the disease through that multi-drug therapy. That ministry is only possible because of the prayers and the financial support of our supporters. And we would ask you to pray and consider partnering with us in reaching the least of these, because they need our help. That's it for this week, and we look forward to having you next week at This Week at AMG.